From Drakenseng, Dungeon Siege 3, Episode 41, Cat Fight with JK Final. Part 2.
Alright, let's try this again. Destroys. It would help if Lucas actually attacks the hand too. Summon the dog. Try to take out this armor thing quickly. Lucas is pretty he doesn't attack the hand, and he doesn't even distract the things from attacking him. Yeah, come on.
Back into the fray.
Come on, Lucas. Are you just gonna stand there? I don't know, man. Your companion is kind of retarded sometimes. They don't attack objects and stuff. They don't attack. They only attack like oh shit! Come on. If there's an enemy right there, you can target lock. Then he attacks you. Alright, go ahead and attack those things that just came out. And that blue thing, blue orbs keep killing me. And Lucas got stunned. Come on, Lucas. Holy shit, that was close. Can help me attack that claw, you know. Holy shit, Lucas, I need you again. Yeah, ignore the claw coming down on you. And his hand explodes. And he goes and hugs a tree over there. To run away from this laser thing. Corrupted creator. Lucas, what are you doing? Standing there staring at me. I actually prefer this part than the claw part. gone. I need that cover over there. That laser thing does a lot of damage. Yeah, fall down. He's vulnerable now. My cover is compromised. Gotta go over here. I need more mana. Yeah, now you attack it. Attack it! Attack it, Lucas. You were attacking it, what happened? Almost dead. I need some mana to summon my dog. Shit. And I was close. Wow, we got him, we got him. Come on. Yes.
They are gone. The voices of my mother's gods. I cannot hear them anymore. Not even a whisper.
They are lost. You will not see them or hear them ever again.
You lie, child. Or whatever you truly are behind that innocent face.
No, Jane Cassinder. I speak the truth. What remained of your mother's gods has been destroyed, and the power of creation has fled this grove. It will never return.
And yet you still live, Jane Cassinder.
You told me that this forest grew from a seed of the first creation. Is it dead then?
That cannot be. My mother searched for thousands of years, and this was the only remnant of her gods that she ever found.
The power in this forest might have been used to restore the old gods and all their servants to life. Not the twisted half-life that you gave them, Jane Cassinder. A true rebirth, as they were at the dawn of the world. But you called upon that power to destroy. not to create. You twisted the power of creation to your own ends, until all that was left was an empty shell, rotted from within. And now, it is gone.
That radiant youth person certainly knows a lot. Hiding something, maybe? Time to take over, maybe? Radiant youth.
Why did this power respond to Jane and no one else?
Jane's mother was first sister. When she died, her fire passed to Jane. The first sister stood at the right hand of her gods. Only pale shadows of their minds persisted in this grove. But they remembered her. That is why Jane saw her gods in visions and dreams, just as her mother did before her. And that is why Jane could unlock the power that was buried here.
Alright, I can't help but notice Lucas, the wing rope thingy. What the hell's up with that? Look. Just floating in the air and no wind. That's pretty interesting.
The forest was already corrupted, even before Jane tried to call the Archons back to life.
The first time Jane called on the power of the old gods, it was to murder Hugh Montbaron 30 years ago. She knew she was misusing that power, but she was too full of anger, and she didn't care. After that, the Mournweald grew rotten and sick. All its potential for good was lost.
And the Archons I fought in the forest, the ones that Jane restored to life?
Dead, wilted like blossoms, and scattered to the wind. When you slew the reborn god, all Jane's creations were undone. In time, the forest will recover. But it will be ordinary, no longer the Mournweald, with the power of creation at its heart.
Alright, let's decide what to do with JK.
We have a decision to make, what to do with Jane.
Remember what she did. Not only to my father, but to all the rest of the Legion too. It was her crime that started this.
I expect no mercy from the Legion. Do as you like.
Explain yourself first.
Before I pass judgment on you, I want to know why you acted as you did. Honestly, and in your own words.
Why did I murder your father? That is what you want to hear, is it not? I was young, full of anger. My own father was dead by the Legion's hand. So I raised an army. I swore to avenge him myself, if I had to carve my way through every chapter house in Ebb. If the other Legionnaires had handed over Montbaron, I would never have hunted them down. But they were so stubborn, so loyal to their chief. That was wrong of me. I should not have punished the whole Legion for Montbaron's sin.
Why the hell did you kill him for?
The Mournweald was sacred to your people, and especially to your mother. Why would you confront the Legion here?
Montbaron lured me to this place. Somehow, he knew what I was. And he knew that this forest was sacred to me. He believed that I would never dare to strike him down. Not in the presence of my mother's gods.
He was wrong. You used the power of the Mournweald against him.
Montbaron was so arrogant. So sure that he'd outmaneuvered me. That smug look on his face, with no hint of remorse for what he'd done. That was what doomed him, most of all. I will never understand why the forest allowed him to enter, when so many others were kept out.
Because he is awesome.
Perhaps your gods, or what was left of them, felt pity for the Legionnaires and tried to save them.
So my mother's gods were asking me to be merciful. That is what they meant, by allowing the Legionnaires to shelter in this grove? I never thought of that. If that is true, then I failed them.
You're sorry for killing the Legionnaires, but not for killing Montbaron.
I take no pride in the pain I caused you. But I am not sorry for the death of Hugh Baron. No. I would kill him again. He murdered my father. And I don't care what his reasons were.
Okay, time to die.
You asked for honesty. There you have it.
You've told me why you destroyed the Legion, but why fight a war with the Queen?
I will answer your question with one of my own. Do you believe that Rosalind would make a stronger queen than me? My father was a king. My mother a chief among her people and chosen of her gods. I have made mistakes, yes, but I know how to lead. And Rosalind, she has the heart of a lamb. Would you trust the rebuilding of this kingdom to a sheltered little girl?
You underestimate her.
Rosalind is stronger than you think, and stubborn as well.
Stubborn? Yes, I suppose she must be, to stand against me for so long. But she is still young and untested. You may think that she is strong, but she has never ruled in her own right. Now you expect her to rebuild a kingdom, with only a few scattered legionnaires to help her. I warn you, that will be an even greater challenge than defeating me.
Well, as long as you're gone, everything will be good.
I have no more questions. I've made my decision.
And I am ready for your judgment, though I know what it will be.
I think another Jane considers... another JK is gonna pop up. There'll be lots of rebellions. Spare Jane, kill Jane. I came all the way through here. I think I'm just gonna kill you because, you know, I was running away. Numerous times I tried and then, yeah, she keeps escaping. This time for sure I'm gonna take you out.
You've escaped justice for too long. If you have any last words, speak them now.
Shall I tell you of my regrets? I have but one. I must leave this kingdom in the hands of a tattered legion and a cringing, useless girl. I could have forged this country anew. You and your queen cannot.
Now I almost want her to live, so we can prove her wrong.
I'll make this quick. Goodbye, Jane Cassandra.
Wow, I don't get to see her assassinated. That was a quick and painless death. I wanted to chop her head off and display it.
She is dead, and the Legion can begin anew.
It's over then.
For now, you deserve a rest, but it may be short-lived.
That war isn't finished. We rebuilt the Legion. That war isn't finished? What is that supposed to mean?
Not all of Jane's followers will accept her defeat.
No, they will not. Jane's faithful control the towns of the East, and she will be a martyr to them now. And the Legion has old enemies. They have not forgotten you. Some may be far worse than Jane. But you've shown that the Legion is strong again, worthy of respect. Your enemies will fear you, and that will buy you time.
Time to leave, I think. Odo and Martin must be waiting for news.
We part ways then. I will be watching, and one day, I will see you again. Farewell.
You bid farewell to the radiant youth, and he sent you back to our chapter house in Stonebridge, where I awaited your return. In the weeks that followed, news spread of Jane Cassinder's defeat. Her army scattered, giving us time to rest and regroup. Martin Giscard returned safely from the Spire, along with Meister Wolf and the Automaton army. Only a few weeks later, elections were held in Stonebridge. Meister Wolf who had been so public in his support of the Legion, almost won the office of mayor. But he was defeated in the end. Many people had wanted the dapper old gent to hang. They resented the fact that the Legion had spared his life, and they blamed poor Wolf. After the humiliating events in the Foundry, Meister Kessel was forced to resign as Guildmaster of Ironhawkers. The Cyclopses negotiated a new contract for higher wages, and with the help of Meister Fiddlewick, formed a new workers' union. For the first time in 100 years, they were permitted to leave the Foundry and spend their newfound wealth in the markets and taverns of Stonebridge. Cyclopses are becoming an increasingly common sight in Stonebridge, and many believe that they will eventually take their place as equal citizens of the town. Archambault du Payen, formerly known as the Dapper Old Gent, proved a valuable addition to the Legion. His knowledge of Legion magic allowed us to retake control of the Sentinels that had long guarded our chapter houses and estates. But the people of Stonebridge still bore him a grudge, so we were forced to send the Gent north for his own safety. There, he took possession of Gunderic Manor, and all the magic that lay within. In time, the manor will again become a training ground for a new generation of Legion mages. With the reopening of the Heroes' Crypt, pilgrims returned to the Rukenval, and merchants followed. The following winter was harsh, just as Lazar Basili feared. But thanks to the trade from the south, the people of Ravensrill stayed warm and fed. When spring came, many more pilgrims arrived, and the town of Ravensrill grew wealthy again. Lazar and his people built a new stone wall around the town, and reclaimed their abandoned houses and farmsteads from the forest. It is a happy change of fortune for a long-suffering town. Queen Rosalind abandoned Glitterdelve, embarking on a tour of all the cities and towns of the West, meeting as many of her subjects as she could. The Queen showed all the energy of youth, and I think she fully expects to reunite the country in a matter of months, not years. Reality may not be so kind, as Lord Devonsey has tried to make her understand. In truth, the future of this country depends more upon what we decide. If she doesn't have the Legion behind her, the Queen is only a single voice, well-meaning though she might be. Soraya, the last of Jane's handmaids, was delivered to Stonebridge by our army. At first, she proved a sullen and difficult prisoner. But as time passed, Anjali spent more and more time in her presence. Both were aware, I think, that they were the last of their kind. In recent weeks, Soraya seems a different woman. She follows Anjali like a devoted little sister, and she has expressed a desire to train as a legionnaire. I maintain my suspicion of any Archon who once followed Jane Cassinder, but I think that redemption is not impossible, even for her. As for the Legion, the rest of our story is yet to be told. We have a nation to reforge, a fellowship to rebuild, and old enemies who would see us destroyed. And we have questions to decide. Who will assume true power in Ebb if the nation is restored? And who will take the mantle of Grand Master? But these matters I leave for another chronicle, and another time. Whatever happens, know that you will not face the future alone. The Legion will stand by you, always.
Alright, that was pretty cool. Looks like that was the ending. Yep, credits right here. Awesome ending. All the choices you made from the beginning to the end, it told it in like a storybook fashion. That was pretty cool. So yeah, I guess this is it for my Let's Play of Dungeon Siege 3, playing as Katarina. So I guess I'll come up with a update pretty soon, telling about what I'll be doing next. So be sure to check that out.